Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Red Dead Redemption. And we are here in Thieves Landing, guys. And you may be wondering, well, Wretch, why are you over here? You were in Blackwater in the last episode. That I was, but I took some time off camera to take care of some much-needed errands. Let me go ahead and show you what we got here. In terms of our provisions, we have our 20 feathers that we need. Got a lot of crow feathers. We have the wild feverfew, the red sage, and the desert sage needed for the bouquet quest and for the flying machine. All we need now are some beaver pelts, and I figured we can go ahead and hunt those here on camera and take care of the rest of our stranger missions, because we actually have another stranger mission after we visit the grave of that man that we killed for Clara, and we'll just kind of go from there and get those out of the way before we continue on with the main story. So this is where we need to go talk to the gentleman. Ooh, easy there, Leroy. Nice little swamp shack. Seems simple enough.
Here's your flowers, Billy.
Well, thank you. Not many around these parts that help an old man with such a task. Thanks again, stranger. Come on in, have some tea with me and Annabelle. I'm sure she'd love the company.
All right. Maybe just for a minute.
It's my other half, lovely Annabelle.
Much obliged.
This man helped me find these lovely flowers, Annabelle. Not half as lovely as you.
Yeah, no, you don't look a day over 30, ma'am.
Wait, it's the fine air and the good living up here in New Marston that keeps us so young and full of vigor. And Annabelle was mentioning she wants to go up to Blackwater, ride one of those newfangled motor cars, huh? No bumpy old horse carriage for my angel.
That's a good idea, Billy. I should get going.
Well, you haven't had your tea. And Annabelle baked her special blackbird pie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Billy. I must have forgot. I've got an appointment with Planet Earth. Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Farewell, John. Stop by any time. Oh, we play bridge on Thursdays.
I have to say, though, like, one, that's some Norman Bate type stuff right there. Two, John is a master of, like, seeing a horrendous situation or something completely out of the norm and then just rolling with it. And that was a jackalope. I saw those horns. Question is, where are you? Wait a minute, you're in the water. There we go. Expert hunter menu entry updated. What a sad way to go. Okay. Well, got that sorted. Not that we really needed it. So let's head up to... Let's head to Tall Trees. And it's basically, we need to search all the rivers up north here. Because the beavers can be anywhere along these areas. So I'm thinking what we should do is follow the rail line over here and I guess see what we can find. Because we need 5 of them. Now, our big danger here is getting attacked. Ma'am?
Whoa there.
Okay. All kinds of weird things are happening. Hi, how you doing?
Thank you so much. I thought I was a goner for sure.
Glad to be of assistance, miss.
You're lucky I saw you. I was distracted by the lady in her undergarments.
Let's go.
But our primary concern is, yeah, there she is right there. I guess we'll just... She seems to be getting on fine by herself. Bears. Bears and mountain lions are going to be our big issue as we attempt to find these beaver pelts because, well, the bears, that pretty much goes without saying. Speaking of which, let's make sure that we have our sawed-off shotgun equipped and ready to go. And the other issue, I mean, with the mountain lions, if the mountain lions get us in, like, a rhythm, there's really nothing that we can do. And I don't know if I've checked the gunsmith over here in Blackwater. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I just want to be nice and equipped for whatever we may have to deal with here.
Howdy, mister.
Springfield rifle. Yeah, nothing here worth the count. But yeah, if we get into if the mountain lion gets into a rhythm with us, there's literally nothing we can do. He just keeps us knocked down until we're dead. Now the good news is, depending on where we are, we'll probably pop back up in... Well, we'll probably pop back here at Thieves Landing, which is okay. It's not the most preferable thing in the world. So let's go ahead and, I guess, follow the river. We are on the hunt, guys. If y'all see a beaver, yell at me. Because we need 5. Well, hopefully we can get the pelts. Maybe 2 pelts for 1 kill. That would be nice. But as I said before in the previous episode, my first attempt to get beaver pelts ended with a bear literally body checking me into a river. And that was pretty much the end of that sad and tragic tale. But I've got Leroy here with me, so that counts for something. Just gotta look for some critters. The more wild terrain that we're in, the worse off we're going to be in terms of running into something unfavorable, unsavory, and with a lot of teeth. And we're near the mining camp. Now, after we go to the graveyard and get the conclusion of Clara's Stranger mission, we actually have one more, other than the I Know You quest, which I'm saving for last. There is one more that we have to do in Blackwater, and then we're pretty much done with Stranger missions. There actually is an interesting kind of consequence depending on the path that you take. Well, there's a very nice elk there. There is kind of a consequence, because if we take the good path, drinks and property are going to be charged double. And I don't really want to go into detail yet, but yeah, if we want any kind of property or anything like that in the game, everything will be doubled, including just getting a nice drink at the bar. The good news is, we have actually bought all the property in the game. So we don't really need to worry too much about that. And it looks... I didn't see any beavers, did you guys? I saw plenty of deer. Let's see where we are here on the map. I guess we could go along this mountain path. Yeah, head up the tall trees. We're just doing a little bit of exploring today, guys. This is the kind of stuff I love about the mountains. And this is Bear Claw Camp. This is where Nastez unfortunately met a gruesome fate. Well, actually, let's follow the river. I saw a road this way. Yeah, there we go. Now, I don't know why beavers would be all the way up here, but I know what would be up here. Mountain lions. But beggars can't be choosers, really. I probably should have looked up where beavers spawned. That probably would have been the smartest option. But you know me and smart options, we're not really on speaking terms. Not after that one time. Well, maybe. We've got plenty of rapids here. I love the fact that you can see, like, the water spray on the camera. How cool is that? And just those little touches. Now, I have the game volume a little bit low, so hopefully I get to see the actual mountain lion coming toward me, or the bear. See, this right here would be prime place to find a beaver running around. Come on now. I know you're hiding somewhere. Kind of like the armadillo of the north. Tanner's Reach. Well, we're here in the snow, and... Ooh, that's a warthog. Hi there, guy. No offense, I'm not taking any chances with you. Oh, lordy! See, the second that we got into the snow, things started getting dangerous.
Come on.
And hi.
Hey, mister, I need to get out of the wilderness. Can you help a poor man?
You're gonna knock me off my horse, aren't you? Yep. And that's how we take care of that. We got tons of warthogs here. Looks like there's a little cabin over here on the river. I don't think I've really gone this way when I played the game. Should we do a little bit of exploring, guys?
Yeah.
Just keep our eyes peeled for predators? Yeah, why not? We'll see what's in that cabin. We haven't seen one beaver yet. Not that I've been able to discern. Who knew they would be have such amazing camouflage?
Hey.
And I kind of just want to stop and look around just in case we got another grizzly running toward us. Aurora Basin. Well, this looks like a nice little place. Let's go ahead and hitch up Leroy. This would be a great place to have a safe house. Well, we already own all the properties. Knock, knock. Ooh. Well, we got in here. U.S. Army uniform menu entry updated. Okay, I guess we had a piece of that uniform. Come on, man. Oh, what the?
Too close.
We just got shot by something. What just shot us? In the butt. What was that, man? Okay, whoa, I don't know what's going on. We're being sniped at, aren't we? Oh, I have no idea where they are, though. Oh, this is taking kind of a dark turn. Oh, there you are. Hi there, guy. Were you trying to bushwhack me? What's your story? I will never know because you fell into the water. And I'm not dealing with that. Let's get back to the sawed-off shotgun because the moment that I unequip it is when a bear is going to find me. And try and nibble on my giblets. Maybe the beaver just doesn't exist. Just shoot the water randomly. Curses. Well, I may have to hunt for it off camera. because I haven't seen one. And maybe because I'm at a big screen TV and my face is relatively close, so I may have seen a few and I just have missed them all. You know, that was probably the guy coming back to his cabin. You know, pretty as you please, like, hey, it's been good. Oh, yep, there's a horse right there. I just cold-bloodedly murdered a man who was just trying to defend his homestead. Sorry. But at least we got our, well, there's a ram. There's a bear. That's a brown bear, too. It's like black bears and brown bears. I believe that brown bears are the more aggressive species. Now, the interesting thing, I'll tell you guys a story time. We'll go ahead and leave Tall Trees and head to Blackwater. So, we used to go camping all the time, and we used to go to a place called Big Lake, and I don't remember whether it was in Oklahoma or Arizona. I'm pretty sure it was in Arizona. And, ooh, there's bears everywhere. We would go over there, we would go and camp there, and then apparently I slept through all this. I was just a kid at the time. I mean, I was a wee little wretch. But what had happened was my brother didn't want to sleep in the camper with us, so he got himself a tent because he wanted to camp out here in the middle of the woods. So he was sitting there and he's laying there in his tent. He's passed out. It's the middle of the night. He had this kind of metal frame in his tent that he was used to hang all his clothes. And he heard this. He heard like the sound of something puncturing the tent and then slowly ripping. Just that shh sound. And he's like, what is that? And my brother's 9 years older than I am, so I think he was in his mid-teens when I was a kid. And I hear him go, or he hears something go, and he looks as a grizzly snout, this huge bear snout, sticks out through the hole that was just made. And my brother starts screaming like a man on fire. I mean, you can't really blame him, right? And this grizzly then proceeds to knock over the metal frame on top of my brother. I mean, it wasn't like a heavy metal frame, so it didn't like really hurt him. And my brother thinks that the grizzly has got in and is like jumped on top of him because all he felt was like a bunch of cloth or fuzz or whatnot get on him. So he starts screaming and punching this metal frame. My dad, who was a cop for many, many years, comes out of the camper in his underwear with a gun. Trying to, seeing what's going on, what's happening to his son, and the bear runs off. So it's a scary thing to happen, obviously. My brother decides to go ahead and sleep in the camper the next night. Like I said, I don't remember any of this. I slept through it. When I wake up the next morning, like the day after this happened, my brother, white as a sheet. And I don't understand why until I go outside, that bear came back the next night and destroyed the tent. I mean, there was nothing left. I mean, the tent poles had been snapped. There were claw marks all over the place. It had been shredded. And, so my brother narrowly escaped getting taken out by a grizzly bear. So whenever I see the first thing that happens to me when I see a bear in this game charging toward me is I think about what happened to my brother, and it kind of momentarily just makes me chuckle, and probably causes me to die. So, let's head over to the cemetery.
Easy.
Looks like the widow is here. Now we'll see how this ends.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh,
My condolences.
oh, my dear Harold, I can't believe he's gone. I knew his frequenting that gambling boat would be the death of him. The death of him. Oh, Harold Thornton,
see.
I heard that dog trollop Clara laughing at the funeral. I can't understand how strangers can be so cruel. The world is a sad and terrible place. God preserve his soul.
I'm sorry for your loss, ma'am. Take care.
So now we realize we got played. Clara laughing at the funeral, knowing what happened. Well, I mean, it's one of those things that it's kind of a gray thing, because you don't know who exactly was right. Did Harold knock up Clara? Possibly. I mean, we'll never know for sure, but Clara laughing at the funeral while a woman's grieving, that kind of tells you a little bit about her character. So you don't really know kind of the whole story there. It's bittersweet either way. Those stranger missions never end the way that you hope that they would. So now I believe...
John Marston? Are you John Marston? I heard you killed 17 men once.
Yeah? Did you have something to say?
Yeah.
Okay, you just want... I heard you killed 17 men once. Yep. That is true. I cannot tell a lie. Now, there should be another stranger mission, now that we've completed that one, here in Blackwater.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Slow up.
Go, Leroy. Talk to the man.
You, a scum who can become as angels if you just put down the booze. We are campaigning in Congress. We will save this nation from itself. In the land of liberty, men should be free to live soberly without fear that the perils of drink may overcome them. Do you like what you hear, sir?
Not particularly. You'll take away our last freedoms, friend. Freedom to forget about our troubles.
You don't have troubles, friend. You have all the joys of heaven here on earth if you just put down the bottle.
You don't know me so well, friend. If you did, you'd know how moronic that sounds.
I, Abner Forsyth, am not afraid to be called moronic, sir.
That I don't doubt. Good day, sir.
Oh, it shall be, sir. When we live temperately alongside one another, you are doomed. Doomed!
Hear me now. Automobiles are the devil's work.
Visit the seedier side of Blackwater. I was not aware that Blackwater had a seedier side. Oh, of course, the docks. How silly of me. Well, we will travel in that direction. And see what we got to do here. The barber and the gunsmith is near the seedier part of town. Alrighty.
You know they caught Joe Scranton putting rat meat in the stew?
Hey, mister. I heard about you.
Sure you did.
You that boy killed Bill Williamson over in Mexico.
No, got me mistaken, partner.
I ain't. Boy told me all about you as soon as you come to town.
Town? That's what you call this? What's wrong with cesspit?
You know, I saw you talking to that Abner Forsyth.
Who?
The Temperance movement man. man, trying to put me in a poorhouse.
Oh, yeah. Interesting, fella.
He's Jeremiah Somerset's pawn. The industrialist wants the state to outlaw public consumption of liquor, so as he can make a fortune selling personal gin stills. Leave bar owners like me begging in the street.
Ah, my heart bleeds for the three of you. I just can't figure out which one I dislike the most.
You kill Abner Forsyth, I'd do right by you.
Need to find yourself someone else.
Kill him.
Warn Abner or kill him as requested. Now, here's the thing. The interesting thing about the Prohibition movement is they believed that there was a depravity in society. And a lot of that came from, I think, in a way, the romanticization of the American cowboy, at least in the West. The funny thing is, and the ironic thing is, by going forth with Prohibition like they did, it pretty much ensured that the mobster organized crime culture flourished with the Prohibition movement. So they wanted to take out kind of one culture and brought in an entirely new one. Or the outlaw culture, not the cowboy culture. Let's go ahead and warn Abner. Like, he's misguided, but he doesn't deserve to have a bullet in the head.
A sin, a sin, a sin, I tell you.
Hey there, Abner.
Good to see you, my friend. Decided to join me and recant the evils of the bottle?
Keep wishing, friend. Better move on soon. Fellas around here want you dead.
Oh. I guess the path of God will lead me elsewhere in this benighted kingdom. Thank you for sparing the life of a poor servant. Kindly take this.
Take care of yourself, Abner.
Tell Phillips that Abner is gone. See, that's one of those things that it's a situation where we can actually do good in a stranger mission, and with a good ending, but we kind of pay for it, at least depending on your progression in the game. So let's head back here and let him know the good news.
Hey, mister, I want to talk to you.
What is it?
I heard you tipped off Abner Forsyth after I told you to kill him. Now he'll be spreading his nonsense all over the territory.
I ain't here to do your dirty work.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can forget about drowning your sorrows anywhere around here. Round here, it's gonna be double the going rate for you.
So be it.
Yeah, you haven't seen how deep my pockets are, friend. So, now the drinks are double, but we don't drink that much in the game anyway, and property prices have doubled, but we already own all the property, so no harm, no foul. Alright guys, well, other than not being able to track down any beavers, it's been a productive one. We took care of 2 stranger missions, and I got to tell you guys one of my favorite stories, so that's good for me. So we will go ahead and end it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.